ihangane tubyuke turabyuka ihangane.
This is the most beautiful love story you will hear this year. This man lost everything, all because he chose to marry this woman.
ndabizi kunkunda kandi nanjye nzakubaha paka.
Ruzaba urukundo rumwe.
I am not exaggerating. He sacrificed everything to marry the woman he loved, even when the whole world judged her because of her skin condition.
Nagiye kubona mbona aje mu rugo narara nsaba urukundo ngira ngo nukumbesha. Ngeze aho mbonye imyaka 2 ishize nyumva ko atari ukumbesha niko kumwemerera urukundo. Nuko turasezerana mu itorero no mu murenge ubu turacyari kumwe amahoro.
His parents did not attend their wedding, and even today, his family members still reject him because of his wife.
Mu bukwe nta papa wambyaye ntago yigeze ajya mu bukwe bwanjye. Mama wambyaye ntiyigeze ajya mu bukwe bwanjye.
Many people laughed at her, many people rejected her, but one man refused to leave her, even when the world said she would never find a husband.
Naho ubundi rwose urukundo nta na rimwe ruzigera rugabanyuka kuko genda gukunda ndagukunda.
Today, they live in poverty, struggling to survive, sometimes chased out of their home because they cannot pay rent. Yet despite everything, they are still deeply in love.
Ukuri ndagukunda ntukagire ikibazo sibyo.
This is the powerful love story of Janvier and Domitila. This is a real story with real pain, real rejection, and a love so strong it refused to die, no matter how many times life tried to bury it. Let me take you back to where it all started. His name is Janvier. Her name is Domitila. Two ordinary young people from Rwanda living ordinary lives until life decided to test them in the most extraordinary ways. Domitila's story begins not with love, but with pain. She was young, just a girl, when a small swelling appeared on her face. Her parents took it lightly at first, treating it like any common illness. But the swelling did not stop. By the time she turned 16, what started as one small bump had multiplied. Day after day, more appeared. Her parents spent everything they had trying to find a cure. Money drained, hope fading, and a young girl watching her reflection in the mirror, wondering what her future would look like.
I
grew up already living with this condition. My parents told me that it started as one small swelling on my face that looked like a simple rash. So at first, they thought it was just a normal illness. But as days passed, more bumps kept appearing on my face. Every morning, a new one would appear. And by the time I reached the age of 16, they had become many. My parents took me to different places for treatment, but nothing worked until their money was completely finished. I never recovered. Growing up with this condition caused me deep sadness and made me lose hope. I stayed inside the house most of the time because I felt ashamed to be around other people. All my brothers and sisters got married, and I was the only one left alone, feeling hopeless, believing that no man would ever accept me, because that is what even my friends used to tell me.
Think about what that feels like, not for a moment, but for years. Watching your brothers and sisters build lives, find partners, hold babies, while you sit with a condition nobody fully understands. Surrounded by people who may mean well, but whose eyes keep reminding you that you are different. Some people did not just think it, they said it. They told her directly, "No man will want you." They said it like they were doing her a favor, like they were preparing her for the truth, and eventually, she believed them.
All my brothers and sisters got married, and I remained alone. I believed that no man would ever accept me. My friends isolated me, so I decided to start going to church because I felt hopeless. I believed that God was the only one who could truly understand me.
For For a long time, Domitila locked her heart and threw away the key herself. She believed love was not meant for her. Meanwhile, Janvier was living his own life. He was not looking for anything complicated. He was a young man who had stopped school because of poverty. Life had its reasons, and he promised himself he would think carefully before making any big decisions. But love does not negotiate.
Jewe nitwa Nindeba Janvier.
I dropped out of school when I reached senior 5 because of poverty. Where we lived, there were many girls, but I often saw Domitila going to church, and I felt myself falling deeply in love with her. I never spoke to her. She would pass by, and I would also pass by without saying anything. But the love inside me kept growing stronger. I kept thinking, what if I approached her and told her I loved her? Maybe she would accept me, and I would stop fighting these feelings inside my heart.
One day, Janvier visited Domitila. At first, she thought he came to mock her, but then something unexpected happened. He told her he loved her.
nakundanye na Janvier ariko
When Janvier told me that he loved me, I first thought he was lying, so I rejected him. I remembered the words my friends had told me, that I would never find a husband. That made it hard for me to trust Janvier. I believed he was lying, or that maybe he wanted something else from me, so I ignored him because I believed he was not serious.
Nzagukunda kandi nzahora nkigukunda. Ruzaba urukundo rumwe.
Domitila was not easy to convince. She had been hurt too many times. She did not want to open her heart, only to have it broken again. But Janvier did not give up. She rejected him again and again. But he kept coming. He kept caring. Days became months. Months became years. And still, he stayed. Domitila wanted proof that his love was real. So she tested him in the way she trusted most, through faith.
umwaka urashira umwaka wa kabiri
Years passed, and he kept telling me that he loved me and wanted to marry me properly, both in church and legally. He used to visit me at home, and I asked him to start going to church with me regularly. When he agreed, I told myself, no matter what happens, this young man truly loves me. That is when I began to trust him.
akira shirin
Kwa karyoheje sheri. Iyo wewe wagira karimo sukari.
siryoshye se papa turaryoha
Ndumva naguhaho.
ngahinda
Se wanezerwa.
kazana myo
Akira ngoye.
shawama
Wareka nkaguha.
shawama
Mbe akantu karyoshye. Akira. Karyoshye nayi. Done. Ndega.
shawama
Wakaryoheje nawe. Nawe uraza kundyohereza kandi.
Sinta wakoteje wama simwakira
Akaryoheje disi. Ngahakira.
They began praying together, and slowly, her heart began to change. She started believing that his love was real, but their biggest battle was not sickness, it was rejection. Friends began disappearing.
Nari mfite inshuti eshatu.
When my friends noticed that I was going to church with her, they began to reject me. I remember I had 3 close friends. One day, I told them I wanted to introduce them to the girl I loved, the one I wanted to marry. They accompanied me, but when they saw her, they ran away and left me there. From that day on, our friendship ended because they did not want me to marry her.
They continued praying together. That was the moment their relationship became stronger. Faith became the foundation of their love. When Janvier finally decided he wanted to marry Domitila, the biggest battle began. Not from strangers, but from family. Her parents had already spent everything trying to treat her illness. They loved her deeply, but life had already placed heavy burdens on their shoulders. Meanwhile, Janvier's family strongly opposed the marriage. They refused to accept Domitila because of her condition. Some neighbors mocked them. Some friends disappeared.
bihera mu miryango bihera.
When I introduced her to my family, my parents rejected her. My friends and relatives also rejected her. But I told her, I want to show you that true love exists and that it is not a lie.
ababyeyi nabo biwabo barabyanga bati mbese uriya muntu ugiye kuzana urabona warabuze abandi bakobwa cyangwa ufite ubwenge.
The pain of rejection cut deep. Even people at church doubted her future.
magambo yabaye menshi uri njye abantu.
Whenever we went to church, some people gave advice, but my friends discouraged me. They told me that I would never find a husband because of how I looked.
namubaza agashaka kuvuga ati ubuse koko uzankunda by'ukuri koko, nanjye nkamubwira ati ni ukuri nzagukunda urukundo rukwiye, nzagukurikira ahantu hose ugiye, nge nzagukunda kugeza mu gupfa kwanjye. Arabinyemerera rero, kwa kubyemera nanjye numva ni byiza, ndavuga nti mbabarira rwose tube twajya no mu murenge, ariko tunumve ko urukundo rwanjye nawe ruhamye.
Domitila's mother had raised her daughter with faith. She was a woman of the church, a woman who believed that marriage was sacred, not something to rush into, not something to do without the blessing of God and community. She wanted a proper wedding, a church ceremony, a full celebration, not shortcuts, not excuses. And Janvier respected that. He did not run from responsibility. He said, "We will do it the right way."
arambwira ati rero nshaka gusezerana.
The time came when he told me he wanted to come and formally ask for my hand in marriage, and I agreed. He came to my family and we held both a church wedding and a legal ceremony. It was a simple wedding because we were poor, but I thank God that he helped us and that it happened.
Eventually, they decided to marry. Not everyone supported them. In fact, most people refused to attend. But something heartbreaking happened. There were empty seats. No father, no mother. On the day Janvier got married, he stood without his family. No parents in the front row, no mother crying happy tears, no father giving a speech. Just a brother who came to complete a formality and then walked away.
N'ubukwe bwabo.
My parents rejected me so strongly that they refused to attend my wedding. There was no father and no mother present. The only person who came was my older brother, and he came only to complete a formality so it would not look like no one from my family attended. After he realized I would never leave my wife, he also rejected me. Today, I am completely alone. I have no one except my wife.
Umva. Ngwi filimbi ya nyuma. Filimbi ya nyuma y'ubuzima. Nzaba nyigukunda. Shari ntabwo uzi ukuntu byatangiye. Urabyibuka ukuntu byatangiye?
ndabizi.
Bavuga ngo urwacu ntiruzakomera. Rugomba gukomera nk'inyundo. Uranyumva? Ndavuga ngo ifilimbi ya nyuma y'ubuzima nzaba nyigukunda. Nzagukunda kugeza nshizemo umwuka. Ndakubwiza ukuri kandi kose. Reba ukuntu byatangiye babyita ngo ni zigizage, babyita ngo ni ibintu biri aho bipfuye kuboneka. Uru ni rwo rukundo ruhamye. Urumva? Ngomba kugukunda kugeza igihe Yesu azazira agakuraho bose, ariko nge nzakomeza nkukunda rwose. Paka.
nanjye ndabizi ko nkunda sheri. nanjye nzakubaha. Nzakubaha pe. Twashakanye batabishaka, imiryango itabishaka, abavandimwe batabishaka. Umva bavuga amagambo menshi, ariko nzagukunda mpaka nshaje mvuye mu mubiri. Sheri ndakukunda kandi ndakubaha. Subizi se?
Rwose ndabizi neza.
Their life is still difficult. They still struggle. They still face rejection from society. But they remain together, stronger than before.
Gakeye. Ayoboye gakeye. Gakeye. Gakerewe pe.
Aramutse aba hano. Naramukanye Imana.
Today, their main work is farming for other people, earning small amounts of money just to survive.
Kirimva umunsi tumusuhuze ngo yarusandaje. Yageze agasuru keza uyu munsi. Mwaramutse.
Banguka turebe uko twazana amahoro.
N'uwo muhoro nawuzane turawukenera. Nanjye akagasuka kantu. Turagakenera.
Akira umuhoro hano. Turatira kwa runaka.
Turabasanga yose.
They struggle daily to find food. They struggle daily to pay rent. Many times, they are chased out of their rented house because they cannot afford the rent on time. Each time that happens, they are forced to look for another place to stay, carrying their few belongings and starting again.
Even though we are living a difficult life, we love each other deeply. My husband loves me, and I also love him so much that I believe only death can separate us. I dream of escaping this difficult life of renting houses and poverty. If God helps us find money, I would like to return to the hospital and see if I can receive treatment and possibly recover. Janvier showed me that beauty is in the heart, not in the body. He respects me, and I respect him, and we live together in peace.
Ntabwo turi muri ubu buzima bubi. Tukaba turi muri ubu buzima buryana. Ni ukwicara indape. Reka duhaguruke rero. Kunyumva? Uranyumva? Reka duhaguruke. Hanyuma tujye gukora. Tujye gukora. Tudakererwa. Mwihangane twakomeza gukererwa. Mwihangane tubyuke tudakomeza gukererwa.
Despite the hardship, one thing has never changed: their love. Domitila often says something powerful. Beauty is not in the body. Beauty is in the heart. To her, Janvier is not just a husband, he is proof that real love still exists. And to Janvier, Domitila is not defined by her illness or appearance. He proudly introduces her to people and says, "This is my wife. I love her, and I will never reject her." Those words carry deep meaning, especially in a world where many judge others by appearance alone.
Some girls used to mock me, saying I would never find a husband because of how I looked. Others discouraged me during church visits, making me feel hopeless. But today, my life tells a different story. I am married, I am loved, I am respected, not because of beauty, but because of love.
Ugendeye kuri wowe. Ni nk'iki wakita urukundo?
Urukundo ruba ruva mu mutima rukakwemeza uwo ugomba gukunda nta gahato, ntabwo ubwiza ari ubugaragara ku mubiri, ahubwo ubwiza ni ubugaragara ku mutima. Ingeso byonyine ankorera n'ibyo ankorera uko tubana, kubera ko ninjye ukuzi, keya mpa zirampagije, amakeya nkumva ndabyibushye rwose. Noneho n'urukundo rwanjye rwakomeje kugenda ruzamuka kugeza ubu noneho kugira ngo rusa n'urucogoraho gakeya, ahubwo ruragenda rugira gute, ruragenda rwiyongera mukunda bihagije.
Janvier believes their relationship has taught them the true meaning of love. Love is patience. Love is sacrifice. Love is choosing someone every day, even when life is hard. Here is what their story teaches anyone willing to listen. Love is not the absence of problems. It is the decision to face problems together. It is the quiet courage of a man who walks into a room where everyone is telling him to walk out. It is a woman who risks her heart one more time after everyone told her it would be wasted. It is two people sitting in a small home with more debts than comforts, looking at each other and saying, "I am still glad it's you." Many people wait for the perfect moment to love, the perfect body, the perfect income, the perfect family approval, the perfect life. Janvier and Domitila never had any of that. What they had was a choice made under pressure, held through rejection, and kept alive through years of difficulty. That choice became their marriage. That marriage became their home. That home, however imperfect, became the safest place either of them has ever known.
This is my wife. I love her, and I will never stop. After everything, the families that turned away, the friends that disappeared, the hospitals, the ceremonies held without parents, the evictions, the long farming days, after all of it, I still say those words like I meant them on the first day, because I do.
Domitila, the girl who once believed she would die alone, is now a wife. Loved, respected, seen. That is not a small thing. That is everything.
Gukomera ukamenya ko byose Imana ari ibitanga, Imana niyo igena, sibyo? Naho ubundi rwose urukundo nta na rimwe ruzigera rugabanyuka kuko genda gukunda, ndagukunda, ndagukunda, ndagukunda.
If this story touched your heart, if you believe that true love still exists, then this is the moment you can make a real difference in their lives. Janvier and Domitila are living in deep poverty. Their families abandoned them. Today, they are struggling just to survive. Sometimes they are chased out of their home because they cannot afford rent. They work hard farming for others, but what they earn is never enough to meet their basic needs.
Ni ukuvuga ngo mu bintu badufasha aho tuba mu ikode, tumaze kwimuka amazu 3, tubura amafaranga batwirukana, ariko iyo nkunga kuduha ibyo kurya bakatwubakira n'ako kazu, baba bagize neza, wanabikora Imana yazamuha umugisha.
Domitila is still living with her illness. Their biggest dream is to find help so she can receive proper treatment at a specialized hospital, a place where doctors can examine her condition and give her a real chance to heal. That is why we are asking for your help today. If you are able, please consider making a donation to support Janvier and Domitila. Your support will help them afford food, pay rent, survive daily life, and most importantly, help Domitila seek treatment at a hospital where she may finally get the care she needs. The link for Domitila's treatment fund and family support is pinned in the comments. It is also in the description. Click it. 1 share, 1 click, 1 contribution. No amount is too small. Even the smallest contribution can bring hope to their lives. And if you cannot donate, you can still help in a powerful way. Subscribe to this channel to support more real-life stories. Like this video so more people can see their story. Share this video with your friends, family, and social media. Your share could reach someone who can change their lives. Please, share it right now before you scroll away. Leave a comment below to send them encouragement and prayers. Also, don't forget to join our YouTube membership to help us continue sharing stories like this and supporting people who feel forgotten. Sometimes, a simple act of kindness, a single share, or 1 donation can give someone hope they thought they had lost forever. This is STORYBOX. Until next time.